So I got some Doorman reps here, and they have some updated OE parts, and I'm going to start with some of the junk Chrysler shit. You know, Chrysler has the plastic crossover, and then they have the plastic thermostat housing and stuff on the 3.6, the junk ass Pentastar that people talk about. And here we are. Now you said this is the 3.6 Pentastar housing, some of them, not all of them, right?
Yes, this one's going to fit from 2011 to 2020. That's going to be your Challengers, your 300s. We also just launched a Caravan one as well.
Okay, so that's this here. You got the updated. Remember how before you used to burp this thing like the fucking baby that it is, because all the electrical and everything else goes to shit, and then it gets brittle and falls apart like the junk ass Chrysler that it seems to be. Well, they've updated this part right here, and I remember working at Hertz, and they used to come in all the time, customers complaining about overheating and stuff like that, and we'd have to end up changing plastic housing after plastic housing after plastic housing, and the bleeders would break in them, and
they crack, they break, they split.
Yeah, so here, really nice update. Looks really nice. Updated part. And then you said this was a crossover for all the 3.6s?
Correct. That'll do any 3.6, correct. And the same idea, this is plastic from the OEM.
So this is upgraded to this, and the gasket comes with it?
Yes.
Okay. And if it doesn't, order a fucking gasket. So this is the upgrade to some of the Chrysler stuff. Now, this here is one of the things that I recently did on the 3.2 in Mom's Cherokee.
Yeah, the Jeep.
Her Jeep Cherokee. I went from the plastic housing, because the factory plastic housing failed, and then changed it again. That plastic factory housing failed a year later, and then I switched to the aluminum housing.
Awesome.
And it's been no issues at all. I mean, not a single issue. And the aluminum housing for the oil cooler in that Chrysler, hers it's solid. She's not getting any more oil stains on the ground, oil dripping off the transmission housing or anything like that.
Yeah, because we just had a shop yesterday and they fixed one at 40,000 miles.
Yeah. They're. And then you take them to get them serviced, and the lube techs crank the hell out of the lids and stuff on them.
Yes,
but now it's so much more robust that not really going to be an issue. And then some of you were asking about this guy. This is the oil catch can some of you were asking about. You were wanting me to show you. This is the universal style. And here's the hose that comes with it. What is this? 15-30 seconds. So here's the hose, and I'm going to try to work on some Ford stuff. If I can come up with the quick connects that we can adapt to this, I'll be able to do that. But right now, this would basically, what you do is you'd cut to length what you need. You'd mount this, and figure out where. But you also have to be reasonable with this, because you've got so much hose to work with, and this stuff ain't cheap. So you're going to mount this somewhere nearby, and then you're going to cut your hose to fit, and there's going to be a clamp that goes on one end, clamp that goes on the other side, and it's labeled on here. It's marked in. That would be from the PCV in here, and then out would go to your intake manifold side. And these are mounted, preferably if this is mounted on the dirty side. You have a clean side and a dirty side, and if you don't know what that means, on the driver's side of like a Ford engine would typically be a tube coming from the airbox to the valve cover, and then you'd get suction through the bottom of the crankcase, and then it'd be the dirty side coming out of the passenger side is where you'd mount this. Unless you have a turbocharged application, then you'll be able to run dual setups, because you will get some spit or spatter on the clean side, because it's not technically clean anymore, because it's boost charge air with oil in it. That's how that would work. And again, coming out of the boost side would be in, and then out, your outside would go into the valve cover on this one, so it would be opposite. So you want clean or boost air flowing in, and then coming out after it's been separated into that side of the valve cover. So that's how that would work. I think that's the gist of it right now, unless there's anything else you wanted to point out. Nothing particular. There is. I wanted to manifolds here. Manifold easy way. What is this particular for? Because I'm working on a I'm working on a Hemi right now. It looks like it has these types of studs in the manifold on the Hemi as well.
I believe these are stainless steel kits that we went to.
And I found the stainless steel kits. Yeah,
Yeah,
Doorman now has OE fixed stainless steel exhaust hardware, popular applications. So this is the stuff I started using on customers' vehicles because they don't snap as easy.
Correct.
And they last a lot longer.
Correct.
So that's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna leave it right now. I'm not gonna sit and talk and bore you guys with a bunch of this. This is your fix for. This will be the nicest thing on your Chrysler right here. Right here. You know, you cross over your thermostat. Will be the nicest thing on your junk ass Chrysler. But it is what it is. So if you guys have any questions about any updates, catalog or some stuff in here, if you guys want me to actually go over this with you and show you kind of what we have here and explain it, I will. But that's all, folks. Showing you my beautiful mug before we leave. You want to say hi?
Sure. Hi from Doorman.
With the big wigs here, the bosses here. Okay. Anyway, this is the stuff they brought to show that's been updated, and we've all been kind of working together to make things better for you people out there that like to cry about stuff. So, yeah, trying to make stuff better for you, so you quit breaking shit. So everything has to be aluminum, because when you're installing it, you're like, oh, it's plastic, I'm installing it. So now we've made it so when you install it, you don't break it and blame it on the product. Y'all be blessed. Take care.